In this video, we're taking a character portrait from a simple sketch all the way to a fully rendered digital painting. You'll see how to ink the original sketch, refine proportions, build clean selections, apply base colors, and use shading and blending modes to bring the face to life. Whether you're just starting out or looking to improve your digital painting workflow, this step-by-step process will give you practical techniques that you can use right away. Let's dive in. We'll start by inking the original sketch. I use a soft or hard round brush with size pressure enabled, and I add a bit of smoothing, usually between 10 and 30%, to keep the lines clean and controlled. To improve symmetry, I copy and paste the cheek to the opposite side of the face. The same technique can be used for the eye and the ear, helping to maintain balanced proportions. You don't have to do this, but it's a great option. And as I mentioned earlier, here I am copying the eye, the eyebrow, and the ear, and then I'm just moving it over to the other side of the face and flipping it, and there we go. We have symmetrical eyes, which, by the way, a lot of people don't have. You'll often see people where one eye is a lot higher on the face than the other, and if you look at them carefully, you're like, oh my goodness, because it can be pretty noticeable and quite a big difference. So don't assume that everybody has symmetrical eyes that are even on the face. Next, I make a few proportional adjustments. Raising the eyebrows slightly enhances the expression, and using the transform tool allows me to subtly reduce the width of the face. With proportions refined, I begin creating selection layers using the magic wand tool. These selections make it easy to apply clean, flat colors to each section of the drawing, starting with the face and neck. It also helps in the painting process so you don't go outside of the edges in certain sections. If you're enjoying the process and want to follow the full 1 to 9 faces series, consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. It really helps support the content and keeps you updated with future lessons. I then move on to the eyes, carefully choosing colors that enhance the character while maintaining harmony with the overall palette. My basic coloring workflow is simple. I start with a flat color, add a shadow layer, and then apply highlights. I repeat this process for each section, working from larger areas like the face and hair down to smaller details such as the eyes and mouth. Now that the flat skin tones are in place, it's time to start building depth with our first shading pass. I create a new layer above the base color and set it to normal. Using a soft round brush with full opacity, I begin blocking in the major shadow areas, under the cheekbones, along the sides of the nose, beneath the eyebrows, and under the chin, and along the neck. At this stage, I'm not focusing on fine details. Instead, I'm concentrating on the larger forms of the face and neck to establish a strong sense of volume and lighting. Working from general to specific helps keep the shading clean and cohesive, and it sets a solid foundation for the highlights and smaller refinements that will come later. So here I'm just coloring the hair, giving it a first rough pass. I'm going to come back to it later, but I just want to get a rough idea of the lighting and things like that. To check on how my painting is going, I hide the line art once in a while and see how my painting is going. Next, I color the mouth, adding subtle variations in tone to create depth and realism. Once I'm done creating the line art, I duplicate the line art layer. I keep one layer as a backup, which I shut off the visibility to, and then lock it. I renamed the second line art layer Erasable Line Art, and as you can see in this section, I erase the line art as the painting progresses and I no longer need it. Shading the chest area helps maintain consistent lighting across the portrait and anchors the head within the composition. I'm adding an ambient shadow layer to unify the lighting and enhance the overall depth of the image. I love to experiment with Photoshop's blending modes to enrich colors and refine the lighting effects. It's just the fun thing I love to do at the end of every painting. I also like to try different background colors, and it allows me to find the best contrast and mood for the final portrait. With the main elements done, I return to the hair and add final highlights and texture. I add final adjustments to help polish the portrait and bring all the elements together. I try a few last tweaks with blending modes to enhance the overall cohesion and visual impact. And finally, here's a gallery of the completed portrait, starting with the initial sketches, then inks, and different renderings with different blending modes.